So we're going to deal with the anger of complacency. Now, someone has to help me.
She said it's trying to pop up.
Okay. Okay, well, let it try. Someone needs to help me. Who have their book?
Okay.
Because I ran out so fast that I didn't bring my book. So, oh, you can keep it. You can read for me, Mother. Okay? And whoever else have their book.
Okay, so where are we on page, where are we on the page?
Anger and complacency in your book.
Page 83.
83. Thank you, Sister Jones. During the Civil Rights Movement, the anger was channeled into nonviolent resistance. We have turned that anger on ourselves. You see what I'm reading in the book? And communities have become unsafe places. I want someone to pick up when I finish. We have become inwardly focused and are not the healing agents we were once.
Okay. So you want to pick up and go down
Yes.
into pride and privilege?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pride and privilege.
No. Keep reading.
Keep reading in the book.
Yes. Where I left off at.
See where that is here. See.
We have become inwardly focused and are not the healing agents we once were.
Well, I don't see it.
I don't see it either, Lord.
What page you on?
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's just focus in on that then.
On the paper, what?
On what I have in your notes. And I think, let me just make sure I didn't have a book here with me.
Oh, here it is, okay.
No, I don't. I think what I'll do is, I may have to borrow someone's book.
Get back.
I'll take Mother she asked. Y'all keep that one. Y'all can share.
But you said we have turned that anger on ourselves and our cities and communities have become unsafe places.
Okay.
Will become inwardly focused and not on the healing agents we once were.
Okay.
We have turned that anger
Have become unsafe. Okay, I see it.
on ourselves.
Say, the city of Chicago has become infamous for the number of gang shootings on an almost daily basis. But not just Chicago. Many other major cities across America have been overtaken with violence. That we have given up our control of this issue is evident in the fact that the Black Lives Matter movement began outside of the church. We should have sounded the alarm when Michael Brown, Ferguson, Missouri, Eric Gardner, Staten Island, New York, and so many others were killed. We should have been leading the marches and speaking truth to power. But instead, too much of our energy and drive have been misdirected toward materialism, comfort, and convenience.
And you can stop right there.
Okay.
Now, what is he saying? He's saying something directed to us. Remember, this book from time to time, this subject from time to time, speaks directly to certain groups of people.
Right.
And this speaks to us. We have become angry. And we have become complacent.
Yes.
Now, how is he talking about this? Well, for those of you who remember anything about civil rights, it was what? Nonviolent.
Not violent, yes, it was.
There was two separate thoughts. One was by any means necessary, and the other was by nonviolent. So the nonviolent version won out mostly. That was the general concept. We're going to follow the teachings of Christ. We're going to what? Turn our cheeks. Okay. And we were going to have a nonviolent stance as related to the mistreatment of African Americans, black folk, or colored, whichever one you like. But that now has changed. And it began to change shortly after Martin Luther King was killed. You remember when he was killed, what happened? There was riots all over the nation.
By any means necessary.
Now the problem with riots was what?
Self-destruction.
It was destroying what we had already built
That's
up.
right. The whole communities were being destroyed.
And that concept or that perspective have continued. Now in the neighborhoods that we have or that we used to have, we began to not take care of them. And what they are saying is that is the anger that we have within, we channeled it wrong. And because we channeled it wrong, we began to become more violent, and that was actually violent amongst ourselves. Black on black crime skyrocket, and it hasn't come down yet. So we're angry. We're angry because we're mistreated. But what we should have done is went to the scriptures and handled it the way God told us we need to handle anger. You see, the Bible understands we're going to be angry, but there is a way to handle anger. So, let us go to Ephesians, the 4th chapter. Ephesians, the 4th chapter.
Verse 32.
I'm going to read the whole section. Verse 32 is probably the key verse, but I want to read the whole section.